Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Marchena Perspective, episode number 4. Guys, Gaza and the Palestinian people are so cooked, and they need each and every single one of us, each and every single one of our prayers in order for us to advocate for them. Because when this conflict started, and I want to preface with the fact that you guys know, and I've said this repeatedly in previous videos, I am an optimist. I am a faithful Catholic, and I truly believe that God and good will always win at the end. But what we're experiencing right now, and the reason why I say this, is because when this conflict started, obviously we know it didn't start with October 7th. That is crystal clear. But after October 7th, I decided to go a little bit deeper into the rabbit hole and really find out why is this happening? Why is Hamas doing the things they're doing? Why is Israel retaliating in such a disproportionate way to the point that now Israel statistically has the lowest support they've ever had, especially when it comes to the younger generation? So why are they doing the things they're doing in such a visible, in such a disproportionate, in such an awful way for the entire world to see? And then I asked myself these questions, not coming to an answer immediately, right? It took a lot of research and it took a lot of study of the conflict, historical and obviously current, in order for me to reach the conclusion that I would like to share with all of you. Guys, the reason why this is being done, besides the fact that this is, of course, spiritual warfare, the main reason why Israel is ethnically cleansing Gaza is because Gaza is a real state development project. Call me crazy, call me conspiracy theorist, say whatever you'd like, feel free to disagree with me. But after really digging deep into the root cause of all of this, what we're seeing today is undeniably a real state development project initiated and justified by the facade of conflict, by the facade of war. And again, you're more than free to disagree with me, but these are conclusions that I've gotten to based on what Benjamin Netanyahu has said himself, the Prime Minister of Israel, the head of the cabinet of terror that is ethnically cleansing Gaza. That's indisputable. So I've also seen persons such as, personalities such as Peter Thiel, personalities such as Larry Ellison, personalities such as Ivanka Trump's husband, Jared Kushner. You can look him up yourself. I mean, and I'm pretty sure you're wondering right now, but Hector, why would you say a real state development? Why would you, where did you get that from? Well, it's not like I, saw Jared Kushner on an interview saying that as if he were in Israel's shoes, he would just displace the people, take them elsewhere, and do with the land what the land has the potential of becoming. It's not like he said that.
Fears on the part of Arabs, and I'm sure you talk to a lot of them, who think once Gazans leave Gaza, Netanyahu's never going to let them back in.
Maybe, but I'm not sure there's much left of Gaza at this point. I mean, Gaza's waterfront property. It could be very valuable to, if people would focus on kind of building up livelihoods. You think about all the money that's gone into this tunnel network and into all the munitions. If that would have gone into education or innovation, what could have been done? And so I think that it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there. But I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. But I don't think that Israel has stated that they don't want the people to move back there afterwards.
It's not like I saw it on live TV saying that on an interview, right? Definitely not. It's not like we have seen videos of Benjamin Netanyahu, very old videos, by the way, so this has been going on for a minute, stating that, hey, he was talking to a group of people, and these people, these were settlers at the West Bank of the Palestinian land, and they were saying, oh, but if we keep doing these things, we're going to be deemed terrorists. What are we going to do with the public opinion, especially from the U.S., since they're our biggest ally? And it's not like Benjamin Netanyahu told these people, the person first, he told the person who was recording to turn off the camera. And then the guy, who's a hero, by the way, kept recording. He turned off the camera, of course, for appearances, then turned it back on and kept recording Netanyahu saying that he was not really preoccupied or stressed or worried about the United States because we are easy to move and our people's opinions are easy to control. It's not like he said that on tape.
לתת להם מכות, לא רק מכות כל כך מכינות, שהמחיר יהיה כבד מצום. כרגע המחיר לא כבד מצום. זו התקפה רבת היקף ברשות הפלסטינית. זה לפחד שהכל מתמוטט.
אבל אז השוק העולם יגיד מה, אתם כובשים?
לא תגיד כלום,
אתה לא מפחד מהעולם, ביבי.
במיוחד היום עם אמריקה, אני יודע מה זה אמריקה. זה לא שאפשר להזיז אותו בקלות, להזיז לכיוון הנכון.
אומרים שהם בעדינו, אבל כאילו...
לא יחמיר לו.
אז אם אנחנו עושים איזה משהו, אז הם...
יש כאלה, אז נניח שהם אומרים משהו. אז אמרו, 80% מהאמריקאים תומכים בה. זה אבסורד, יש לנו שם תמיכה כזאת, ואנחנו אומרים מה נעשה עם הממשל הוא היה פרו-פלסטיני בצורה קיצונית. לא פחדתי להתעמת שם. לא פחדתי להתעמת עם קלינטון. לא פחדתי להתעמת עם הרוב. בלעם אחי את המחיר הבינלאומי אני משלם. אז עדיף לקרוא לקבל תמורה. תמורה לאגרה.
Of course. And it's not like we have a video of a public press conference of Benjamin Netanyahu stating his interest of course, controlling public opinion with the younger generation when it comes to platforms such as TikTok and, of course, X.
Christian influencers. Okay. You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane, they're loonies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. The weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is Class? TikTok. TikTok. Number one. Number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. X. X. That's very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight. Okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong...
Because we both know that the younger generation must be crazy, right? Because of TikTok and because of X, and obviously all the discontentment towards Israel that we've experienced lately is not because they're literally destroying Gaza and women and children and blowing up entire families as we speak. It's not because of that. It's because of the youth that has radicalized and is using platforms such as TikTok and X to spread hate against Israel and the Jewish people, which, by the way, I don't really know anybody who hates Jewish people. I love Jewish people and I admire what they've accomplished, especially for being such a small group that has been kicked out from 109 countries over 1,000 times throughout history. So that is actually admirable. And it's incredible how this tribalism, this sense of belonging that they have, has made them to become the most represented demographic when it comes to wealth, when it comes to billionaires in America. I mean, I'm from New York City, for God's sake. I recognize and I understand how the Jewish people have been able to accomplish the things they've accomplished, especially in cities like New York. So I don't really know anyone who's told me straight up, hey, I have a problem with the Jewish people because they're Jewish. I'm not saying that has not been an issue in the past, but what we're seeing today is not an issue with people being Jewish, is an issue with the reign of terror that Israel is bestowing upon the Palestinian people and the Palestinian land. I mean, come on, guys. We've seen what's happened in the past couple of days. Israel is saying that Hamas attacked 2 Israelis and killed them. But then Israel retaliated by killing 80 people in Gaza. They say 26 of them were Hamas. Okay, how about the rest? Yes, you guessed it. Women and children. Thank you very much. So I'm not going to go super deep into the details of what Peter Thiel, Benjamin Netanyahu, and his cabinet of terror and demise, Jared Kushner, have said about the plans that they have for Gaza and how they basically want to turn Gaza into a playground for billionaires. Okay? The playground for billionaires of the Middle East. The second Dubai. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Oh, right. But that's at the expense of the Palestinian people who will be displaced. So what is the solution, guys? What is the solution? Is it a 2-state solution? Is it a 1-state solution? I will tell you what I truly believe, and this is just my opinion, the solution should be. We have to start talking about, when it comes to the peace deal, when it comes to the ceasefire, I think it is time, and the world deserves to hear, especially America, since American taxpayer money is literally funding this ethnic cleansing, this genocide, this barbaric displacement and killing of the Palestinian people, women, children, civilians, over and over again. I think the world deserves to hear about how at the end of the ceasefire and how at the end of these atrocities, the Palestinian people will be returned their sovereignty. There have been talks about establishing, and I already said this on a previous video, a technocratic state, a technocratic regime. You can actually look up the term technocratic. I'll see if I put it up here. A technocratic regime that is going to be obviously ruled by the current U.S. administration and former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair. These are the plans. We know how this is going to go. We know that at the end of the day, this is just going to be a regime that is going to cater to both the U.S. and Israel. But what about the Palestinian people and what they want? Are we seriously going to go down the rabbit hole of, oh, but if we give Hamas and a Palestinian, we can reward them with a state? It's their land, for God's sake. You wouldn't be rewarding them with anything. And we understand that Hamas is a problem. I'm not an idiot. But you can't just hold the wolf forever, because the wolf, you are at risk that the wolf will bite you when you set him free. At a certain point, you have to set him free, because if you hold him hostage forever, it is wrong. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to start a conversation about this. What do you think it's going to happen? What I think it's going to happen is that at the end of the day, the Palestinian people are going to pay the price. I just pray for peace to our Lord and Savior. Please, please, please stop this war. Because at the end of the day, we're all funding this. And this is going to bring a terrible karma to the rest of the world. Thank you very much. God bless you. And see you on the next one. Hello there, and thank you very much for watching today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, do not hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel for you to get more content like this. Thank you very much. God bless you, and see you on the next one.